What kind of Joey DeLuca is this?
It's not Joey, it's Johnny.
Why do I keep saying Joey?
I don't know. I meant to correct you on that, but it's 100% Johnny.
You're gonna have to correct you next time you think to correct me on something. You're gonna have to really do it. Like
I think I heard you call him Joey once, and I figured, that was just a mistake. But evidently, it's not a mistake. It's Johnny.
You know what? I think I know a Joey DeLuca.
His walk-up song is literally Johnny Be Good.
I love this guy. I absolutely love this guy. So I was interacting with a Twitter account earlier about Johnny DeLuca. I didn't know he had involvement with the Chris Archer trade. Did you know that?
No, I know that he came here from the Dodgers from Glasnow. I don't really understand how he's associated with the Chris Archer trade.
Well, I guess it's a stretch then, because we got Glasnow for Archer.
Okay, all right, we're really stretching it then. But I mean, that's cool because the Archer trade is just one of the worst trades in recent MLB history. So yeah.
So, okay. Drew, welcome. We're back. Hello, everybody. Pleasant surprise. Hey, Nutbuster. Rays Glaze. Yeah, Thrasher. I don't think that's what we're going to call it, but it's the only thing that comes to mind right now. And my brain, I'm beaten, battered, and bruised after a weekend of, Drew, I had my mom in town. So I was playing host, and it's just exhausting. But not only that, let's fucking go Rays respect the spread. Okay, Jeffrey, you got the Rays.
Did you take her to Yankees Tigers?
No, she doesn't. She'd been to Yankee Stadium before. I'm gonna try to take her to to City. I don't really know that she cares much for baseball.
She didn't want to go to the Bronx when it was 50 and raining to watch the Yankees and Tigers.
It actually was a miserable weekend weather-wise, except for Friday was okay. Got in Friday, but then Saturday we did like a watch party for the horse. Are you a horse racing guy?
Not really. I mean, I watched the three big ones, but yeah, I mean, I'm not following that closely. Some people love it. I mean, hey, you had to love it, right? You had the horse that won. That was, that was as good of a horse race as you're going to see.
It was a great horse race. Yeah. I mean, I like the race itself is great, but I just don't really care to try to cap a horse. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't really get me going. Like, oh, look at what this horse did at this track. Look at what the trainer does. Look at what the jockey does. I get it.
If you won a few more races, your tune might change. Because I'm sure that was pretty thrilling. If I had money on that horse won in that fashion, and it was such, what was it, 16-1 or something? That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
You're not going to get that in betting the Twins and Tigers.
No, of course not. I mean, to get that, you have to wait like an entire season for like a futures bet, which is fun. But yeah, it's a great 2 to 3 minutes. I don't necessarily know that I'm a horse guy overnight, but it was a good time. But the Rays are 3-0 since they're wearing the City Connect jerseys. Hopefully they make it 4-0. God damn it, Randy. I need it. This is the problem. Johnny DeLuca is stealing all my Randy potential RBIs. That is a legitimate problem, Drew. I have him to get an RBI today at like plus 160. And that's not going to happen because Johnny DeLuca.
There's still a lot of games left. Isn't it only the 5th inning or 6th inning? What inning
Yes,
is it?
but Drew, you're not hearing me. Johnny DeLuca is batting ninth. Randy's batting second. So if there's ducks on the pond,
Johnny's played 4 games. He has 10 RBIs.
I just saw that. That's got to be more than Randy.
Look, I would look it up. How many does Randy have? I would guess Randy has 11 or 12.
I was going to say 8. Oh no, he's hit like 2 home runs recently, I think, or a home run. But they're all solo shots for the most part.
Well, I mean, last night yesterday was the highlight of the season so far.
Is Paredes getting a hit? I need it. Rob is asking. Paredes made good contact earlier. I saw it was a fly out to the warning track. I don't know. I mean, I would think so.
Yeah.
Josh got a base knock, I think, in his first at bat. He's 1 for 3 now. Yep, single in the first. On that note, count it.
What happened? I have the Panther game on.
Single by stand up double by Josh Lau. 2 for 4.
Well, very good. I think he came close to hitting a home run earlier too.
It was okay. I mean, I think I saw it, unless it was somebody else. He looks great. He looks very good in the box. Yandy doesn't look that great, although he did get on base. But
he had a good series against the Mets. He played pretty well.
Fair enough. You'll never catch me dogging on Yandy. I'll dog on Randy before I dog on Yandy. But the problem is, Randy hit a double, and Yandy was on first. And when you need an RBI, if a guy's on first and the person that you bet on hit a double, typically that means they're probably going to knock him in. But Yandy is a slow motherfucker.
Right. Well, it's okay. Listen, we're not trying to win your bets here. We're talking the Rays.
Yes, you're right. Also, I got to give a shout out to Guy in the Cornfields, one of our followers, Drew. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's a very, very sharp professional bettor. He told me in the beginning of the season, Jose Caballero to lead the league in stolen bases.
He had 4 steals yesterday. I read the San Francisco Giants have 12 steals in the whole season. It's crazy.
The Giants are just a putrid organization. I know everybody loved them coming in the offseason, but dude, I thought he had 3. He had 4 yesterday.
Yeah, fact check me. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was 4 he had.
No, I'll just take your word for it. Damn it, Paredes just got up and he did not get a hit. I'm sorry about that, Rob D, but he's going to get another chance. He's second in the league. Can you believe that?
He's getting on base a ton. He's one of the few guys on the teams that's accepting walks, although the Rays are starting to walk more, so that's good because that was our biggest problem really that first month of the season, or one of our many problems is we were just so aggressive, swinging at the first pitch, no matter if it was in or out of zone and not taking walks when we should be. So It seems like that's changing a little bit.
Ahmed Rosario looks great. Caballero's good. So the Rays – actually, let's take it back, Drew. You, Boston Sports Dork with a sub bang. Hello, Mike Catherman sub bang. That was a couple days ago. That dude catching the Paredes laser to rob him of that hit was unreal. Yeah, that was tough, Rob. I apologize about that. I'm going to lose Randy over hits, runs, RBIs. Unfortunately, he's going to go 1 for 4 with no RBIs and no runs, which is a pain.
You wouldn't think that with us having 7 runs.
No, you wouldn't. And to be fair, I saw the lineup early on RotoWire. I thought Randy was batting 4th. Him batting second kind of sucks, obviously, when you need an RBI. But I don't know, with the way these 8 and 9 hitters, Caballero's 7th. Rottenvert is the 8th hitter. He's been okay.
He's been better than okay. He's been great.
Well, I guess I'm trying to just stay a little realistic and grounded. But
what is his average? I think it's above 300.
It is above 300. But for not having a catcher ever, I mean, I'm in love right now. So I hope he stays doing what he's doing. But the Mets series was a shot of life. And yes. I'm trying not to overreact a little bit, but I mean, the Rays desperately needed that. I didn't get to watch
if the Rays turn the corner, which is a big if at this point, but you will circle that series as the turning point of the season. And they got everything lined up for them to really get going because you got, 3 against the dog shit White Sox at home where we should be getting revenge on them, hopefully. I mean, it's tough to sweep teams, even though they swept us somehow, but you got to try to get a sweep here. You really do. So you got today's in the books. It's 7-2 in the 6th, assuming we hold on. And I think we have Eflin going tomorrow and then Savali on Wednesday. So we got to get a sweep, in my opinion. And in my opinion, Savali, his fat ass is kind of on the line a little bit here because if he has another shit start, I don't know. I might be looking for Taj Brawley to replace him in the starting lineup.
Drew, can you do me a favor? Can you tell me to calm down a little bit about my excitement for Taj Bradley?
He's going to throw a lot of strikeouts. There's no doubt about that because even last season he threw a ton of strikeouts. What you just have to worry about is it's really the stamina with him,
So
not having a full spring training and whatnot. And the Rays are going to be very conservative with him as they should be. So I want to be looking for him to go more than 4 innings whenever his first start happens.
that's very well said. So what DJN is edging to this right now. Yes, Sports Dark, he's not wrong. So Drew, just to catch you up a little bit, last year, I mean, I was really slurping the Rays a lot. I bet on their team total, their batters.
Well, they won 99 games.
Yes, I had a very large wager on their over wins, which hit obviously. So I was very excited. But Taj Bradley really got my juices flowing. I didn't know anything about him. I'm sure you probably knew a little bit about him. But when I watched him pitch, I was like, oh, he throws junk. He kind of reminded me a little bit of Snell, but in the sense of he throws balls, but he gets you to swing and miss. Now, if you get these patient hitters and these patient at bat, oh, God damn it. Fucking the Twins just hit a got her on the bottom of the fifth, whatever. Anyways, I loved what I saw from the strikeout potential of Taj Bradley. So I took him against, I think he was on the road against like the Rangers or the Astros to be the strikeout leader for the day. And it was like 40 or 50 to 1. And he had 9, and Domingo Herman, who pitched against the A's, also had 9. So he split it, paid 25 to 1. So that was my glory with Taj Bradley. But I did follow him pretty closely. There were sometimes it wasn't so good, but I like what I saw from the strikeout potential. And I tweeted this, and I'm not kidding, Drew. When he comes into the league, when he comes back and he starts pitching, I'm going to blindly bet his over Ks.
Well, it's probably going to be against the Yankees.
Is that what they're expecting?
Well, he's in the clubhouse right now, so he's going to be pitching this weekend, I would imagine, because they already have Eflin and Savali lined up for Wednesday, Thursday. And we have, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we have Thursday off. And then this weekend we host the Yankees. So I'm thinking you're probably going to be seeing him maybe Saturday. Because I believe Littell is due to go Friday.
It says Pepiot Saturday right now.
So keep in mind, Pepiot left yesterday's game.
How bad was it? I didn't see it.
It looked bad, but everything came out good. Nothing's broken or anything like that. It was kind of like the type of play where hopefully that means the Rays' luck is turning, because if that play happened a month ago, he probably would have broke something. It was 110 miles per hour off his calf.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But it's evidently just a bad bruise. But I wouldn't be surprised if he skipped a start. It's not a bad idea to skip a start and give that to Taj on Saturday.
Okay, I'm fine with that. So he would be going right now. It looks like they got Schmidt, Cortez, and Heel going. Yeah, you're right. So Eflin and Savali tomorrow. I mean, look, I don't want to be that guy, but let's pretend we're not fans. Actually, no, let's pretend we're both. As a fan of the Rays and knowing that it feels like we're getting some momentum. You can see it with the clutch moment of Randy and the bats waking up and the runs being scored.
The bullpen stabilizing a bit.
Sure, the bullpen stabilizing a bit. Do you think it's okay to just square up and bet the Rays to win every game against the White Sox in the series and sweep them?
But what's that number going to be against? What's that number going to be tomorrow? Sorry, my light turned off.
Take them on the run line.
So -1.5?
Yes.
Well, I mean, the bullpen will be back healthy tomorrow, so why not?
Having Rortvedt, DeLuca 8-9 instead of Mead Pinto is better than Sex. Yes, well said, actually. I know you texted me. You said, am I sad that Mead is being sent down? I couldn't be happier. How do you feel about Mead being sent down?
Well, it makes sense because he needs to play every day, and he's not going to be able to play every day with all the guys who just came back. So he needs to go to AAA where he could get at-bats every single day. This ain't the end of Curtis Mead. I mean, keep in mind, We're all slurping Josh Lowe, deservedly so. But you remember Josh Lowe's first run with the Rays. It was hideous.
I do. Him and Taylor Wall simultaneously was very, very bad. You and I both.
I remember that there was a game we played the Orioles. This was his first season with the Rays, and he was something so bad at the plate. And he had a routine pop-up go to him in right field, and it literally just hit him in the head.
Come on. You don't remember the best
Was
part?
it in the head or was it in the face?
No, I think it was in the face. But he had sunglasses on his hat. And he was like, the sun was in his eyes, and that's why he missed it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the sports is all about confidence. I mean, he's obviously had all the talent in the world then too, but the guy just had no confidence. He just wasn't ready for the big league. So hopefully that's the case for Curtis Mead. So whenever he gets his chance again, whether it's later this season or next year, he'll be ready to go.
But you and I always said it. I'm not trying to toot our horns by any means, but we said when we watched these guys with Lau and Taylor Walls, because it was exciting for them to come up, at least with Lau, when he wasn't hitting the ball or playing very well, you could see that like he had a little bit of dog in him. Taylor Walls looks like he's got Brandon Lau in him.
Taylor Wall, you think so? I think Taylor Walls is too confident, actually. He comes off kind of like a cocky white boy, in my opinion.
Okay, then maybe that's not the right way to put it, but I'm far less confident in Taylor Walls becoming a successful pro baseball player than I am Josh Lowe.
I don't think that's necessarily a hot take. Josh Lowe was the 13th. He was the 13th pick in the MLB draft. He was a top prospect. I don't know where Taylor Walls played at FSU. I don't know how high he was picked.
I thought they were both highly ranked prospects.
Not nearly. No, they were not close.
So you decided to leave that part out until we were live on a stream.
To leave what part out? You're okay with this theory, not me. But I don't even get your point, because in my opinion, Taylor Walls is actually very confident.
Okay, listen, maybe that's not what happened.
We have definitely texted each other about like how he seems kind of cocky. It's like, why is this guy cocky? He's not very good.
Okay, fine. We were not confident in Walls being a good pro. We were more confident, basically. If you had to stick with one, we said stick with Josh.
Yes, but listen, Taylor Walls serves a purpose whenever he's healthy. His purpose is when you're winning 5-2 and you're not concerned about scoring runs anymore and you want elite defense, you insert him in the game.
So is he one of the best defenders on the Rays?
Yes, absolutely. If anything, with Wander gone, you can maybe say the best when healthy.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
And Siri being an asshole now.
All right. So on that note, what do we do with Siri? You want him gone.
I would be totally fine if they cut ties with him. I would be 100% tie. I know Javon's a big Rays fan. I'd like to hear his take, but whenever they decide to call up another guy, whenever Ron is ready, or whether they want to, whenever they want to bring up Junior, somebody's going to have to go eventually. And I would be totally fine if it was Jose Siri, because with DeLuca back, Josh Lowe back, and Randy, all three of them can play center field. And this asshole is making just absurd errors in center field. He's batting like 180. He's been pulled from the games multiple times due to lack of hustle. So I don't really know what purpose he's serving on the team right now.
So if you are managing or running the Rays, do you think there's even a trade market for him, or is he just going to be one of those things where you just get rid of him?
I can't imagine there'd be a trade market for him. Again, the guy is batting like 180 and he's making errors and he's not hustling very hard. So, I mean, what would be the trade value outside of like a very low prospect?
Yeah, I guess. Good point. Jays fan for life is asking.
Yeah, good point about Shenton. And Shenton was one of the unsung heroes. He's the one in Saturday night who took an amazing walk to.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He took it. He was pinch hit. He pinch hit for somebody. I can't remember who. And he took a bases loaded walk to give us the lead against the Mets.
Sorry. Big error right there. Caballero is going to get see, this is the problem. Randy's not going to get an RBI if these guys keep scoring so fucking easily. You got to be kidding me. Caballero just turned an error from first base, and he tried to extend it to third, and he got out. This is just impossible for Randy to get any RBIs.
But to answer the question about Shenton, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to get much playing time. So realistically, whenever they bring another guy up, whether it's a Ronda or Junior, I think Shenton will probably be the next to go down. And it's simply just because he can't develop it if he's not playing. You got to send him to AAA just to help his development, where he could go there and play every day.
Fair enough. Who are you most excited about right now? Like, if you're watching the Rays, who are your eyes on?
Well, obviously, the shining toy is going to be Josh Lowe, but probably the unsung guy who surprisingly got the night off. Hopefully everything's okay with him, just due for a night off. He's got to be Palacios. He's been great.
Yes, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. For him getting the night off, you're saying there might be an injury?
Well, no, I'm sure there's not an injury, but there was a lot of people bitching on Twitter. This small Rays contingent we have. A lot of people on Twitter were bitching that Harold was DHing tonight instead of Palacios. And really doesn't make any sense, because the White Sox they had a right-hander going tonight. Harold traditionally cannot hit right-handers. He could typically only hit lefties. So it was bizarre that Harold got the start tonight, but it was actually turned out to be a brilliant move, because I believe Harold's actually 3 for 3.
And he stole a base. Harold is 4 for 6 on stealing bases. That's incredible.
Yeah. So that move worked out. So I'm sure Palacios is fine. He was just due for a night off. But that was a curious move. A lot of people didn't understand why Harold was playing over Palacios tonight at DH. But hey, I guess the Rays knew what they were doing. It worked out. Things are, where nothing was going our way in April. It seems like things are starting to go our way between Pepiot avoiding injury on a play that looked really ugly. Randy getting that, walk off. Well, it wasn't a walk off, but, that kind of miracle home run to force it into extras. Josh Lowe coming back healthy. I mean, things are starting to really, favor us right now.
So what are we going to do? And what would you tell a sports bettor? Pretend you're a financial advisor and somebody is contacting you because they're like, hey, Drew, I'd like to buy stock in the Rays. You just swept the Mets. You haven't lost a game since you got the City Connect jerseys, which, by the way, they haven't lost a game since I placed a small wager on the Rays to have the worst series in the MLB. I did it as a reverse jinx, and that's going to go down as the best reverse jinx of all time. No worries. I'll sacrifice myself for the Rays, not being talked about. You're going to play the White Sox for 3 days. You get the day off, and then you got the Yankees coming into town. Like you said, you have to return the favor and sweep the White Sox. Eflin and Savale on the mound. Why not take the Rays every night -1.5? They're going against Soroka, who I actually think is maybe not that bad of a pitcher, and then Flexen, who people that I follow say is absolutely atrocious.
Well, I'd be a little scared for Wednesday just because Savali has not looked great his last few starts. Tomorrow, in my opinion, you should be confident. I mean, nothing's a guarantee, obviously, just because you have Eflin going and then you have your A bullpen back. So tonight, all the high-end bullpen guys are going to get the night off tonight. So they'll all be good to go tomorrow. Okay. So you would think the Rays would be able to win, tomorrow by 2 to 3 runs. Yes. Wednesday, I don't know. Just because I haven't liked what I've seen from Savali's last few starts. I've liked Tyler Alexander better than Savali, to be honest with you.
Me too. I watched him.
How many strikeouts did he have tonight in 4 innings? He had like 7 strikeouts, I think.
I don't know. Good question. You know what, though, Drew? Let's just take a quick look at this. Savale being due for a get-right game. Let's take a look at his recent performances. So he started against the Mets this past Friday, 4 2/3, 6 hits, 7 earned runs, 5 Ks. That's not good.
How the hell did we win?
1 home run, 1 walk. I don't know. It's crazy. The game before that at the White Sox in Chicago, April 27th, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 earned runs. Yikes. Only 3 Ks. And then before that at the Yankees, 4 2/3, 8 hits, 5 earned runs. Before that, he played the Angels twice and he did okay.
Well, yeah, it's his first starts of the season were good, but his last 3, I mean, those have all been bad.
Yeah.
Real bad, actually.
So Rays are scary. For 1.5, always know they are consistent as my poverty Jays is here. Yeah, fair enough, Jays fan. I mean, it's interesting. I chirped some Jays guys on Twitter about, God, what was it? Oh, losing to Patrick Corbin. They lost the series in Washington. And then, of course, the quickest response to insult the Rays is that we just got swept by the White Sox. But I think it is very obvious, knock on wood, that we're trending in the right direction. So I'm going to take that insult. I'm not going to hide from it. I mean, it happened, and it happened not that long ago. But, it just doesn't even really stick with me.
So assume we hold on tonight, we'll be 17 and 18. And if we can complete the sweep on the White Sox, that would take us above 500, 19 and 18 with a day off going into a huge series against the Yankees this weekend.
Yes. Now let me pull this up real quick. So the Blue Jays are 16 and 19.
The Red Sox won't go away.
The Red Sox will not go away. I don't think they're going to go away all year. I think the Red Sox, oh geez, don't collide. Okay. I think the Red Sox might be, I'm not going to say a problem. They might be okay.
I remember reading in spring training, they were supposedly like a really tight-knit group. Like everybody was getting along really well. Like the vibes are really good. So, good for them.
You know what I like though? Wait, what did Javon just say? Yes. So I was going to pull up the schedule for the Yankees coming in. They have, let's see, they've got the Astros for how many games? So they have the Astros at home. They've got tonight off. They've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Are they in Houston or are they in New York?
They're in New York. So they're pitching Heel, Rodon, Stroman. And then they come in with no rest. Granted, they are playing a bit of an early game, 5 o'clock on Thursday, so they should be fine. But I like that. I mean, that's kind of where you want the Yankees, right? A competitive series, even though the Astros are down right now. But we're basically have a tune-up spot right now. This is a perfect tune-up spot. So what game are the Rays going to fucking bring it against the Yankees? Littell, Taj, maybe for Pepiot, or is it going to be Sunday when that place is fucking rocking with 8,000 fans? No, it's going to be
they'll
packed.
be packed. Yeah, it's gonna be packed. Who's due to go Sunday? Who would be due to go Sunday if Taj go? I guess it would be back to Tyler Alexander.
Well, he's pitching.
You're definitely going to see Taj Saturday or Sunday. Either Taj is going to pitch for Pepiot Saturday or he's going to pitch for Tyler Alexander Sunday. There's no way that we don't see Taj this weekend. They wouldn't have him in the clubhouse. He would be completing another start in Durham. It would be a waste to just have him sit there for a week.
So I'm probably going to take, on that note, I am probably going to take Taj Bradley over Case in his season debut at home against the Yankees. Do you have any qualms?
I want it to be Saturday. I believe like a Saturday game against the Yankees, Taj first start, that gets me excited.
I went to the last Rays game I went to. I think it was when Nestor Cortez pitched and the Rays won it. I pointed out, Drew, one of my best bets that I've had this season is when Nestor pitching in the Bronx. Something I'm going to back. I like Nestor. Do you like Nestor? I think you kind of like Nestor, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a lot to dislike about him.
So I think he's going to be much better in the Bronx than he will be on the road. And so far it's looked that way. But I think that the Rays know Nestor enough. Well, granted, it's a different group, but I think they can touch him up. I don't think that I'm not nervous about the Rays in that situation because I think Nestor is going to go Saturday is what it's projected. Let me just double check.
Is there a chance Thursday?
Oh no, they're saying. Wait, who the fuck is it? Hold on. Cortez Saturday. Yeah. Okay. So it would be Saturday. So it would be against Taj.
That's assuming Taj takes Pepiot's start Saturday.
That's what I'm getting at, Sports Dork. I'm probably going to fade Nestor. If Taj takes Pepiot. Yep. So all right. I like
any chance Thursday with the day off. Could that be the day that we get the junior call up before the Yankee series?
I mean,
talk about injecting a lot of life into the team if you do that.
You would know better than I. I mean, I don't understand how baseball works in that regard. If it were me, I would have already called him up. Just fucking put him somewhere. But hey, you know what? It's paid off. You haven't needed it. I mean, we have been in a pretty low early in the season, but we're starting to climb out of the shit a little bit. So
I love that comment.
No, I never see. Did I say that? I did not say that. I did not say they're going to win the division or the World Series. Not at all. I don't even know if the Rays are going to make the playoffs. We just literally got done slurping the fucking Red Sox. They're a pain in the ass. The Orioles are great. The Yankees are very good. No, it's very annoying. Oh, DeLuca with a fly out. Bummer. I need a duck on the pond here for Randy, Drew.
What's going to be interesting is Brandon Lau is starting a rehab assignment Tuesday. So assuming he has a rehab assignment for, a week, 5-6 days, and he comes back, where are all these spots? Like, who's going? Like, I don't see how there's room for Brandon Lau and Junior and Arondon, all these guys to come up. So the Rays are going to have some very interesting decisions to make in the coming weeks.
Well, can we just not? I mean, should we just not bring Brandon back up?
Listen, as much as myself, more than anybody, shits on Brandon Lau, when we were going through that horrendous stretch, we missed him terribly because even when Brandon Lau is not playing well, he is still a power threat and he can still occasionally hit a home run. I mean, we had no power at all in the month of April. We couldn't hit a home run to save our life. We had that series where, it's just beyond embarrassing. We had 16 hits in that road series between the White Sox and the Tigers. 15 were singles. That's insane. So Brandon Lau, even when he's not going well, he can at least provide some power.
Taylor Walls is a lefty, isn't he?
What is your obsession with Taylor Walls? Why are we talking so much Taylor Walls?
What are we talking about? You're the one that said he's the freaking.
You, bro. You keep bringing him up. We keep talking about Taylor Walls. Taylor Walls ain't coming back. He ain't coming back for at least another month. So you don't got to worry about Taylor Walls for a bit.
I'm acknowledging this comment by Jovan that we have so many righties, we need a lefty, but I'm trying to avoid having to bring back Brandon Lau.
Brandon Lau can provide some power, guys. He can.
There's not one player that you actually. I take that back. You want to get rid of Jose Siri yesterday, so I'll give you that.
I'm just saying, Javon. Remember in April when we had literally no power at all? Brandon Lau can provide power. He can hit home runs. Yandy literally hasn't hit a home run since the first at bat of the season.
He just struck out.
Right?
Are
he
you
hasn't
serious?
hit a single. Yeah, the first at bat of the season of our season, he hit a home run. He hasn't hit one since.
So yeah, he doesn't look right. But also, it's not that common for a leadoff guy to be a big home run hitter, is it?
Okay, you're expecting more than one home run at this point, right? I mean, he's on pace to hit what, 7 home runs the whole season?
Okay, all right,
It's not going to work. I mean, we got to get more. We have to start driving the ball more. Which thank God DeLuca's doing it. Some other guys are starting to do it, but like getting these limp dick singles, because and even on that road trip, if you just looked at the box scores, like wow, we had 9 hits, wow, we had 10 hits, but nothing comes of it because if you're just hitting singles, you're not going to score runs.
Yeah.
Because if you're just hitting singles, you have to hit 3 singles in an inning to score a run. That's a lot.
That's good math. That's no, I get the point you're making. We need power. Josh is back. Josh is the power man.
I love that Josh is
staring at a meatball.
I love that Josh is back against the White Sox. So it's like, kind of going against a AAA team to get his feet wet with the Yankees coming in over the weekend. Ronda's really been struggling in AAA. He was on like an 0 for 20 streak.
That's not good. But let me ask you this: do we really need a Ronda right now?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Javon was fact checked us. I believe Ronda can hit lefty.
Yeah. Oh, he can.
Okay.
I think I know that much.
Okay. So that's what we're lacking right now is like at least having a left-hand bat on the bench to be able to play matchup as the game progresses. So that's why I think the Rays could use him.
DJen loves his all Rays to get a hit parlay. I do, and I'm ashamed to admit that the one game I went to watch the Rays, I didn't take it, and it would have hit. All right, hold on, 2-2 here. Sweat Randy with me for a second.
Who's on base?
Nobody.
Oh, so he's
struck out.
He's not gonna hit a home run.
Oh God, Randy.
Palacios is going to play more infield, so I don't know where Ronda's going to go. I know. I mean, these are good problems to have, guys. These are good problems to have. And maybe they could flip one of these guys for some bullpen help because obviously the bullpen is going to need somebody. So, maybe you can move a guy like a Rondo who's an attractive young player for like a solid bullpen arm. I don't know.
Well, I was just going to ask you that. Let's end on that note. Who would you consider flipping? Who would be on your trade list?
Well, if you were going to move a guy like an Aranda or like a Palacios, you would have to get like something really good back because the thing that's attractive about a Rondo or a Palacios is they're so young, they're under team control, they're not going to get paid for a long time. So you better get like a really good reliever back if you were to move one of those guys.
Who did we get for Manzaro?
Savali.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which, right now, I mean, obviously he just got called up to the big leagues, so we'll see how it goes. But I think Cleveland's going to end up winning that trade for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately. Find our next hidden gem from the Marlins. They'll trade anyone. That doesn't sound like a bad.
Well, then also, too, the Marlins may hook us up because their GM used to work for the Rays.
Oh, how do you like that?
Yeah, Pete Bendix. He's quite the character.
All right. Well, Drew, on that note, you don't sound overly confident that the Rays are going to sweep the White Sox. I know that you want that to happen.
Well, I'm worried about Wednesday. I'm worried about Savali. He's looked like shit. Hopefully he'll prove me wrong. This will be his get-right game. But I think he really needs to start turning around because I would say his ass is on the line the most with losing a spot in the rotation to Taj because I've liked what I've seen from Tyler Alexander the past few starts.
I have too. Okay.
So, I mean, we're asking a lot, though, because if we sweep the White Sox, we'd be 6-0 at home. And then with the weekend series against the Yankees, if we could take 2 out of 3 there, that would be an 8-1 homestand. So that's asking a lot, but hopefully we can make up some ground here. I mean, in my opinion, we need to take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees this weekend. Would you not agree?
Oh, come on. Of course we do. And we can. I mean, we could have won 2 out of 3 in the Bronx.
Right, but everything's going to be set up for us between, basically having a tune-up series, a day off Thursday, and then Yankees traveling. Anything less than 2 out of 3 would be disappointing this weekend.
Well, the Rays can beat Nestor. Luis Heel. Actually, did the Rays see Heel last time? Do you remember by chance? I'm going to pull up their schedule if you don't.
Is he the guy who has the tattoo right in the middle of his neck?
I don't know exactly.
It's a really bad tattoo.
They did see Luis Heel. Savale pitched that game. They lost 5-4. Let's see. And they saw I don't know who they saw when they lost 5-3. Do you know who they saw that game? The first game when Alexander pitched?
You went to the game.
I know. I'm trying to think of who. Oh, I think Schmidt. I think it was Schmidt. Hold on, I can pull it up right now.
He's been pretty good this year, Schmidt.
Yeah, he has been pretty good, that little fucker. Oh, yeah, that was Palacios. Is it Palacio? Yeah, I thought it was 2 C's. It's Palacios. So I'm going to say can't throw strikes. Yeah, I'm going to say the Rays can and will win 2 of 3. I'm going to say the Rays will win the next 2 games. I think the things are trending up for the Rays.
So you're predicting an 8-1 homestand.
Yeah, and I don't like how you word it to me like that, because it's like you're putting me in a corner, and it's like you can't wait to tell me I was wrong. You don't.
No, it just makes it sound like a little bit like a homer that you're expecting an 8-1 homestand.
Yeah, but come on, I haven't been a homer all season. I haven't been a homer about the Rays all fucking season. I've agreed with you even when you said all we got to do is get through April being 500. I've never felt overly confident about the Rays in really any particular spot. I think I maybe have bet them 2, maybe 3 times. And so I just think it makes perfect sense for the Rays to get swept by the White Sox and then to sweep the White Sox. It makes perfect sense. And then I think, like you said, it's just a really good spot for the Rays. God, okay, there we go. To play the Yankees after they just had a 3-game series against Houston with no rest. We have a day off after a tune-up series. I'm not trying to be too homer or too square or too chalk, but things got to get right for this team. They're too good. They're not going to spiral and go 7, 8, 9 games below 500. They're just not.
Well, if we did what you think we're going to do, go 8-1 this homestand, that would leave us at 21-19 after 40 games, and which after everything the team's been through, I'd sign up for that in a heartbeat.
Of course. And then let me tell you, if I was to say, Drew, we're going to be 21-19, 40 games in, back before the season started.
Yes. Would have signed up for that 10 out of 10 times.
I think it happens. I think, oh my God, dude. The outfielders look like they're fucking going to run into each other every single time. It's giving me a heart attack.
And Fairbanks is supposedly coming back soon. So, I mean, hopefully he can get right.
Well, that's something I don't even know if I'm excited about that yet.
Well, the only thing I'll say about Fairbanks with his struggles, it was all due to command. It wasn't like he was getting hit. He was just walking a shit ton of people.
Fair enough.
So if he can get his command back, I mean, they're going to need him. If the Rays are going to have a successful season, they're going to need Pete Fairbanks to be good.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Drew. When should we meet again? Do we need to recap after the White Sox series before the Yankees, or do you want to just recap after the Yankees series?
We could do like a quick preview going into the Yankee series Thursday night. Do a quick one, like 20 minutes or so.
Okay, let's do it. Drew, thank you. Everybody, thank you. We'll be back Thursday, and let's close this game up. Let's win the next 2 against the White Sox. Let's enjoy our day off, and let's whoop the Yankees' ass. That sounds great.
Say something nice about Taylor Walls before you sign off, because you were so mean to him.
I wasn't really that mean to him. He looks like he's got a lot of confidence for an arrogant prick.
How about this? Take a guess where he went to college.
Didn't you say he went to Florida State or something?
There you go. You nailed it.
I listen when you speak.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great night. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.